Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another red hot cover call video. Well, hey, look, I'm back behind the mic fired up because today we're going to talk about all of my March closed trades. I'm going to show you how much I made in the month of March, even though we're not done with the month of March. But I believe my books are basically cleared for March. We're going to move on to April. And I'll show you some of the April trades. But today we're going to focus on a cash secure put. And we're going to talk about why I picked a certain strike price for the stock we're going to talk about. Now, this is an absolute fabulous opportunity in the stock market because we're getting volatility that makes covered call and cash secure put premiums decent to where we can actually make some good money. Yet the market's not shooting off the charts or falling off the table. So we're kind of in that Goldilocks space where we can actually make some good money, feel good about the trades we're making. And for the most part, if you pick your entry points right, you could actually make a little bit on the stock appreciation, depending on what stock you're trading. But let's go ahead and get to this, okay? Because I want to show you a couple things, and I definitely want to update you on some of the things that people are asking me. So look, if you've never been to my channel and you like what you're hearing, we talk cash flow here, monthly retirement cash flow. That is my specialty. I love selling premium, writing covered calls, selling cash secure puts to generate that cash flow that I use in retirement. That's right. I'm 55 years old. I am retired and I'm using the selling premium strategy to generate income. Now I want you to stick around because I'm going to show you how much I made in the month of March. If you like what you hear today, subscribe to the channel. It's right there and it's free, and I come back every week, show you timely and relevant covered call trades. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now what we're doing is this. We'll do a very, very quick recap of where I'm at in March. Currently, there's about 6 days left. I really don't see myself closing out another trade. Maybe I have one, but let's go ahead and look at this. Absolutely trading 19 to 20 trades so far in the month of March. I told you once I hit retirement and I have access to my IRA, I am just absolutely going to up the game. And that's what we've done. We've used those more volatile stocks like the 3X leveraged ETFs to the index to our advantage. I knew the stocks may or may not fall, but I was willing to work with them, manage them, and that's what we've done. We did the original cash secure puts on UDOW, UPRO, TNA, and TQ. So we used those leveraged ETFs to the indexes to our advantage when the market was actually down back in the middle of February. We were able to generate some serious premiums on the downside, and we were able to collect most of that. Now, one of the things that I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to go to expiration with a lot of these because I have this projected monthly cash flow and it never works out that way. I always buy back an option and write another option for maybe the same time frame or maybe the next month. I really want to focus on having a projected positive cash flow and seeing that through to expiration. Now I'm going to use my guidelines, the 50% rule, the 10% rule, anything 10% or under, I take it off the board regardless. We're going to use those guidelines so we can possibly double up where we otherwise wouldn't have. Great example of that is that PayPal trade that I did 2 videos ago where the projected cash flow for the entire month was about $4,200. And it turns out I was able to generate even more by buying back an option, rolling it, and then buying that one back and then writing another one. So I'm very active. And for me, it's all about being active because you're in the markets. And when you're in the market, you have your head in the game. Let's go over and look at the totals for the year so far. So I'm not using my typical 225,000, so do not look at the cash on cash percentage gain because that's not the case. I'm now using my IRA and my non-taxable account. So that number is absolutely fluctuating. Sometimes I use more, sometimes I use less, but at the end of the day, it's about using our assets or our resources and generating that monthly income. Now, I know some will say, well, how much are you risking for the profits you're making? Well, the way I see it is I have an asset or resources, that being my accounts, and I'm using them to generate cash flow. That's how I see it, at least right now. And I've been doing this 6 years, 7 years. So for me, I'm using my talent to generate cash flow. And right now, with that said, the year started out slow. We talked about that. Getting into retirement, traveling, wasn't trading as much. February turns out to be a great month where I'm back in the saddle again, and now we are rolling. I'm fully retired. And of course, March, it's 100% all in. And this is what we're doing. Right now, as of March 25th, I have $21,917 booked, bagged, trades off the table. Okay, so that is not projected. So you can see we're actually generating quite a bit of money here cash flow wise. Let's go ahead and take a look at where I'm at for my April as I'm setting up for the month of April's cash flow projections. Okay, so this looks like a bunch of jumbled numbers. Let me explain it real quick. By the way, you can go and download the Total Income Tracker from my website, cptdashboard.com. Click free spreadsheets and you can download this very same tracker. It allows you to plug in the numbers of the initial trade, plug in the numbers for when you close the trade. There's a video there that shows you how to use this tracker because it's one that you will move trades down and then you'll move those trades to a various month, which then shows all the numbers on the front side. It's not hard, and I do have a great how to use video. So let's go back. So what I want you to focus on is this big $12,000 number right here, minus these two trades right here. Do you see the PayPal and the TQs? Those are coming due. The TQs trade is going to be documented and it's going to be added to March. But the PayPal trade will expire next Friday. So let's go ahead and take 12,000 and minus about 680 bucks. So we're looking right now, we're looking at about 11,200, 11,300 in cash flow for April. Now, that does not mean that's a static number, as I will definitely be using some of my other stocks that I've purchased recently. Like you notice, you do not see Dutch Brothers. I have those 1,000 shares that I have to put to work, and you don't see TNA. I have to put TNA back to work as well. Now, we have some other stocks we are going to use in this month of April just to get them off the bench and get them in the game. Got to get them warmed up, right? Do some deep out of the money strikes, largely because I am in the hole on the share purchase price. But we'll be able to spin those plates, okay? It's about being in the market so you keep sharpening your blade of knowledge, right? Every single trade, every single outcome gives you more experience. And to be honest with you, it gives you a tolerance, right? You can handle the highs and the lows much better, right? Because I know for a lot of you, this is very emotional. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and talk about this very top trade you see right here. It's that Morgan Stanley trade. This is a cash secure put I just put on. I want to talk about this trade because it's why I picked the 79 strike with the stock trading at 83x. That's the most important thing. Okay, I'm going to show you that right now, seeing the world through my eyes. Now, this Morgan Stanley cash secure put is brought to you by my membership. Hey, look, I give you one free month and everybody sees my trades. And right now we're doing the $1,000 monthly challenge, the $1,000 weekly challenge, and with all of those other trades where we're doing cash secure puts and covered calls, you're seeing how an active, successful trader works. They see every trade in and out. You're about to see what the members get when I usually put on a trade for which I sent them a seeing the world through my eyes Morgan Stanley cash secure put trade idea. Yeah, the members got this trade idea, and then I liked it so much, I went ahead and did it. You want to be a member, okay? You're missing out if you're asking me. I've joined memberships across the world. What I try to give the members is an experience, not just 3 magical trades that I'm going to do. No. You get to peek over my shoulders, and to be honest with you, have access to me. You have access. You're a member. Send me an email. It's just the way it is. Plus, you get the phone app, man. I'm using the phone app more and more myself. You want to be a member. cptdashboard.com, click Upgraded Dashboard, and get your one free month. Okay, so here's the starter show. We're going to talk about Morgan Stanley. This is the write-up I did send to the members. So let's talk about this first. Then I'll show you the charts, because the charts will truly open up your mind to understanding why we picked this 79 strike. Okay, so this is a 21-day trade. Why? because I want to avoid earnings. I believe earnings will be okay, but I want to avoid them. The 21st is the week before earnings. So we went ahead and put on a 20-day trade. Now I did 5 contracts, so that's 500 shares. We went ahead and picked that April 14th expiration date. I picked that 79 strike, and I picked up $1.96 in cash secure put premium. Stock was trading at 83.16. So you could see it's about a $1,000 trade, and it's about 2.36%. Now, this actually does not meet my 3% goal. I always want to put my money to work on a long dated trade of about 3%. Well, in this case, because it is 21 days, this 2.3% is not bad. We're going to take it. We're going to pocket it. We invest $39,500, make about $1,000. Okay. My 50% rule is simple. If the option falls 50% in the first couple weeks, we're going to buy that back. And then, of course, the 10% rule. If it gets all the way down to 10 cents, 20 cents, we're just going to take it off the board regardless, because we can then roll, add the weeks that you've had the trade on to your roll, and then pick up probably the same credit, and we'll keep rolling this investment. Let's go to the charts. I'm going to show you exactly why I picked the 79 strike, because this thing is absolutely getting hammered. How can I pick a strike, feel comfortable with it? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you how we do that right here, right now. Okay, so what I love to do is go to Finviz. Love Finviz because it shows the resistance lines and the support lines, and it shows other things like the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA. Love this site. Okay, it's free. You can plug it in. What I noticed when I was looking to pick the 79 strike is its last true resistance. Not necessarily support, but resistance. Because look what we have. If you look back, and this is around January right here. Okay, January. Look at how we have this support and we have resistance. So once it breaks through resistance and stays above it, right, we're now looking at potentially new support. And you can see once it breaks new support, it then finds itself dancing around what used to be old support. Okay, so now where does the stock go? There's this huge hole. You don't really know where it's going to go. You know, when it's trading back here, you really have this feel for what could be support lines and what couldn't. When we're out here in space, we have to really go back. And what I love to do is look at the last time it broke resistance. And that's what we get here. Once it breaks resistance here, it basically never turns back, right? It never turns back. And when it never turns back, it actually uses that as support. And then it moves higher, and now it's literally in free fall, or at least free fall in the near term. It has nothing to grab onto, right? And now that it's absolutely dancing down here, you say to yourself, well, it's trading at 83. Could that be support? Well, notice it dips below 83, and this thing could fall further. So let's look at where support was the last time, because it's not here anymore. Where was the last support? And if you go back to about the 79 strike, look at what we get. We had this nice support right here, right here. So at this point, we have support. And once it bounces and loses that, it rallies, and of course, it moves higher. So now, as it moves higher, it's just finding these new levels of support all the way up, but it's still in the ether, right? It doesn't really have a support we can really bank on. Notice all the trading activity here really supports that 79 strike because there is nothing to support anything down here, okay? So what I'm going to do is this. I'm not going to play this strike because clearly we may have broken that support. So where's the next possible line of support? Well, how about where the last time we had support? The 79 strike. So this is why I'm showing you this. We want to look at what is near-term support, but possibly what's long-time support, right? What was support last time? And when it rallied and we get these huge spikes and we have this huge void that it has to cover, well, guess where it's going to go back? It's going to go right back to the last time the stock found support. Now, I'm not going to bank on this as being support. I mean, clearly that could be the next level of support, but to me, that was at the absolute bottom of last year's train wreck. But notice this trading here. A lot of sideways trading, and boy, it really bases right there. Once it starts to move higher, it even tests it again, and then it moves higher with the rest of the market. So picking that 79 strike is not so hard when you consider how I see it. Clearly, this would have been my first line of defense. Well, it broke through that, and quite frankly, now I'm not really sure if it'll hold it. I thought it would hold it, but it didn't. So now we literally have this playground, and it's a big playground. Potentially 8 points because 75 is clearly a support line. But boy, I can't imagine this thing going back to 75, at least not in the next 21 days. So for me, I believe if they sell it off, they're going to dance at the 79 strike and maybe catch some support and possibly move it higher. If not, just for a moment. That's all I need. This is a 21-day trade, and if it does not reach 79, I'm not assigned the shares. We collect and keep all the premium. We move on. Next video, we're going to talk about FAS. This is a 3x leveraged ETF to the financials that I absolutely did not know exist, and I am pocketing some 7 points when it comes to covered call and cash secure put premium. We're going to talk about that and how to play 3x leveraged ETFs, because right now I have FAS, TQs, UDOW, UPRO, TNA. I use them all to generate larger premiums, but yet I'm still playing the indexes. So I want you to stick around. So I want you to subscribe to the channel, and hey, look, bang that like button if you like what you heard today. Get your 1 free month and go over to Facebook, The Real CTP Dashboard, and follow my page. I'm going to leave it there. Be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.